Hey, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to discuss 5 things I wish I'd have known sooner before moving to Columbia, South Carolina.
Let's get to it. My channel, I am super happy to be back. I know I've been off YouTube for a little bit. Some crazy life changes. I had a baby. My husband, he had joined my team at eXp Realty. We are called the Lexington Group now. And if you are interested in all things Columbia area, then stay tuned and hit subscribe.
So the first thing on our list we're going to talk about is Soda City, and I wish I'd known a lot about this a lot sooner. Soda City is located on Main Street in downtown Columbia, and it runs from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. every Saturday. Now, what I love about Soda City is just the ambiance. They're all local vendors, and they're people who are passionate about their craft, and then you can find vending items as far as like things that you can buy to wear, or herbs, spices, candles, and things like that. Not to mention the food trucks.
Oh man, those food trucks. Those food trucks are freaking phenomenal. There's the donut guy. He's one of my favorites. Kiss My Grits. They're one of my favorites. And if you actually stay tuned later this month, we will actually be doing an entire video on Soda City. But it's definitely something you should check out. As he said, they are open every Saturday, and that includes the winter and fall months, which a lot of markets here do close during the winter and fall months. So it is nice to have the option of a big event like Soda City. Another thing that you will find there is actually fresh produce. There are quite a few fresh produce vendors. So while all the other farmers markets in the area may be closing down, you can still get your fresh produce, your veggies, your fruits, even fresh meats there. So that is really a great option, and that I'm so happy we were able to find.
So as winter months come along, make sure you grab your jacket, and we'll see you at Soda City.
Another thing that we wish we would have known sooner about moving here was all the great water activities that we have. And most people when they move here, they know about Lake Murray, which is why I'm going to talk about it first. Lake Murray is a man-made lake that has over 50,000 acres. It also has well over 600 miles of shoreline, which kind of gives you like a big variety of different things you can do. There's boating, there's fishing, there's a fun little beach area where you can take your kids and you can grill out and just hang out on the beach, let them swim, and kind of just enjoy yourself. That is one of our big attractions here. However, that is not all the water activities we have to offer. He's going to talk a little bit about our Riverwalk. But there are other activities that I'll go over more in depth in another video. But that is one of our biggest ones. He's going to talk about Riverwalk, which is one of our favorite places to go.
So the Casey West Columbia Riverwalk is in between Gervais Street and Knox Abbott Drive, and it spans 8 miles of boardwalk. So one of my favorite things to do down there is to take my dog with me and my family. It's nice and level, so it accommodates strollers for our newborn. And you can also do canoe rentals and rafting rentals there. But if you don't like to go in the water, you can also fish off of the Riverwalk or sightsee. There are eagles in the area that you can see in the pines. And there's also little historical landmarks that are placed throughout the Riverwalk, so you can actually get a little bit of background on the area. And that's one of my favorite things.
Yeah. Water activities are plenty in the Columbia area.
Third thing we're going to discuss is some of the lesser known expenses when moving to South Carolina, like utilities, for example. When it comes to utilities, South Carolina rates amongst the top 20 in the United States, and that is a $400 average cost more for an electric bill.
Another thing that a lot of people don't know about when they move here is we do pay property taxes on our cars here. That varies based on your type of car, if it's high mileage or not, but that is a yearly cost that is associated with owning a vehicle here. Also, if you own a hybrid, they also charge you, at least here in Lexington County, they charge you $60 every other year for owning a hybrid, and if you own a fully electric car, they charge you $120 every other year. The cost of your taxes, like I just said, it varies depending on a bunch of different items, but that is a cost that a lot of people don't realize when they come here. Another thing is we do have state income tax. I know there's a lot of states like Texas and Florida that do not have state income taxes. So a lot of people are shocked when they moved here, and we do have those income taxes. Fourth on the list of things that I wish I would have known sooner about the Columbia area of South Carolina, that is, is the traffic here. Rush hour, it can get pretty bad. I mean, if you're coming from a state where there's a lot of big cities, then it's not going to be an issue for you. However, if you're coming from more a rural location, then, you're probably going to complain a little bit. Here we have Sunset, which is in our Lexington. That's also called 378. During rush hour, it can get very backed up because there's a lot of people that live in Lexington but work in Columbia. So they're, commuting back and forth, and it causes a lot of traffic buildup. Another issue that we have is our interstates, I-20 and 26.
I-20 and 26 intersect in the middle of Columbia. It's called Malfunction Junction for a reason. The traffic coming from 20 going to 26 can cause a long traffic jam on the right-hand lane. That's something you want to be aware of before you leave your house in your travels. Another thing I want to note is Highway 1, Two Notch Road. When you're heading from Two Notch, heading towards Elgin, can be extremely difficult to traverse at the afternoon hours.
So that's just something you want to be aware of. Learning back roads and back ways of getting places, alternate routes. I like to plug things into my GPS, even if I know how to get there. Just because, like Google Maps, they're oftentimes they keep up with traffic. So if there's an accident on one of the interstates, that could back you up for half an hour to an hour, sometimes even 2 hours, depending on how bad the accident is. So it's just a tip and trick to kind of help you avoid sitting in traffic longer than necessary. Lastly, my favorite thing of all is all the amazing things there are to do here. I often hear there's nothing to do here in South Carolina, but that could not be further from the truth. There are so many different activities going on in the Columbia-Lexington area. There is so much to do and people to meet. A good way of meeting people if you're moving here or just in general. How I met a lot of people when I moved to a new city in South Carolina was I joined the Meetup app, and there are different play groups. If you enjoy just board games, really anything, sports, wine, food, just a plethora of different activities and joining people that are like-minded. That is something that you could find to do. We also have a ton of festivals. This month alone, we're going to have trunk or treats. We'll have Oktoberfest. A lot of breweries do things for that. We have fall festivals. Last month, we had the Greek Festival and Okra Strut out in Irmo. There's just
Not
so
to mention
much.
The state fair.
Oh, yeah, the state fair is this month as well. A lot of other things that places like the zoo, they have a lot of events. He'll tell you a little bit about those.
So the zoo actually hosts itself a ton of events. The Riverbank Zoo and Gardens, and they have Boo at the Zoo for the month of October, and they also have Brew at the Zoo, which is like a little wine tasting and beer tasting and things like that. And they also do Christmas lighting.
Oh yeah, the lights before Christmas. That's one of my favorites. We go to that multiple times. Another thing is the lights at the Saluda Shoals. That is a lot of fun. It's a drive-through light show. There's just so much for you to do here. There's so much life in this city, and I just love it. I love always having something new to try out, and really my kids just get so much stuff to do, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, this at the end of the month, we're going to have Soda City Comic Con out in the Columbiana Center, and then we also have a mobile vendor market that will actually come to your neighborhoods and set up at the clubhouse that you guys can come by and see different shopettes and things like that.
Oh yeah, those are fun. I spent so much money at those, but those are some of my favorite things to do. And honestly, that is just one of the few things that you can do here in this area.
All right, and that's going to do it for the video, guys. We really appreciate you tuning in and checking us out. It's been a pleasure to be here, and I'm looking forward to doing things further with Heather.
If you like this video and you want to see others like it, please like and subscribe. Every Monday we will be posting a new video, and you can learn all there is to know about the Columbia and Lexington area.
Bye!
Bye!